Our next items on the agenda are action items, various resolutions we have. The first one is a resolution in support of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month 2023. Can I get a motion with respect to this resolution? Nate?
Yes, I move that the Poudre School District Board of Education approve a resolution in support of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month 2023.
Great, can I have a second? Looks like DJ. Would somebody like to read the resolution, please? Go ahead, Nate.
Whereas in 1992, Congress designated May as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month to commemorate the immigration of the first Japanese to the United States on May 7th, 1843, and to recognize and mark the anniversary of the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad by a labor force that was comprised of a majority of Chinese immigrants on May 10th, 1869. And whereas the 2023 theme for the observance, as established by the Federal Asian Pacific American Council, or FAPAC, is Advancing Leaders Through Opportunity. The FAPAC defines opportunity as, quote, a set of circumstances that make it possible to do something, end quote. And whereas stereotypes and continued dissemination of misinformation about the coronavirus and associated false allegations of blame have impacted the well-being of Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, and those perceived as such, threatening their ability to advance leaders from our student ranks through opportunity. And whereas the Poudre School District Board of Education, administration, and staff are committed to making Poudre School District an equitable and inclusive community for students, families, and staff who identify as Asian American and Pacific Islanders, and we recognize there is more work ahead of us. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are fundamental values in Poudre School District, and we are committed to ensuring that Asian American and Pacific Islander students, families, and staff are valued, seen, and heard. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Poudre School District Board of Education does hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in Poudre School District. PSD recognizes the importance of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month as an opportunity to reflect and learn more about our diverse Asian American and Pacific Islander community, and to ensure they are included in our curriculum and instructional programs. The Board of Education encourages students, staff, and the community to celebrate the excellence and enriching contributions made from our Asian American and Pacific Islander community members of the past and present. And if we approve this, it would be approved and adopted this 9th day of May 2023.
Thank you, Nate. Brian, I believe we have some folks here to speak in support of this.
Yes, thank you. Joining us this evening to speak to Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month is our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Coordinator, Ms. Delia Mahaney. I want to say welcome to Delia, and she is joined by Griffey Caro, one of our students from Fort Collins High School. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you, Superintendent Kingsley, Board of Education, and Cabinet for having me again this evening. I want to thank especially Dr. Guile for connecting me to this amazing young woman, Miss Griffey Caro. Griffey is a sophomore at Fort Collins High School. She is a high jumper for track and a proud member of the Asian Student Organization at Collins. I want to thank Griffey for sharing tonight. Griffey, these evenings are one of the best parts of my job. They always bring me pride and joy in Poudre School District's future leaders. Most importantly, they serve as a stark reminder of the areas in which I and others in our system hold privilege. Privileges we often take for granted. Thank you for being here tonight.
So good evening, everyone, and thank you for inviting me here to speak. My name is Griffey Caro, and I am American, but I am also Asian. I was born and raised in Colorado. English is my first language, and every year my family and I would go to big 4th of July celebrations with cornhole and watermelon. I am also Filipino and Indian, and I love that my nose is the same as my grandma's, and that in the summer I would get to eat as much puto and pansit as I wanted. I love that every time I went to Oregon, I could snack on dates with Dadu while listening to his childhood stories of growing up in Bangladesh. I'm proud of both parts of myself, but when I was younger, when I was told that my Spam smelled like dog food and that I was a dumb Indian, I didn't feel as though I was allowed to be proud of my heritage. At least not all of my heritage, because in Colorado, I'd only ever seen a celebration of my American heritage. That is, until now. A couple of years ago, I saw in the papers that there was a Filipino food truck. My family and I were pretty excited since although Colorado is a lot of things, it isn't the most diverse place. On one late Saturday night, just before the food truck closed, we bought lumpia, $2 per roll. We determined that it wasn't as good as Grandma's, but honestly, that didn't matter because it was awesome to see more people that looked like us. It was around this time when I started to see more people embracing their culture, their Asian culture. As a child who lived in between, a little bit of one, a sprinkle of some other, and also another, I never really had anyone recognize all three equally and celebrate the parts that made me different. I want to thank the Board of Education for giving people like me recognition. I want to thank them for making kids in elementary schools feel more comfortable with bringing their homemade lunches, and that regardless if they are fully one or somewhere in between, they can honor both the same. I want to thank them for supporting us Asians, who through COVID dealt with increased amounts of hate and violence. Thank you, and happy Asian American Pacific Islander Month.
Tracy, you have to come. Tracy has known Griffey, I think, all your life, so I can't not do that. Okay.
Thank you
Mom,
so much.
Dad, sister, do you want to come?
Thank you. Great job.
Thanks, Rob. We're framing it up. All right, so Brian reminded me that the proper order for this is to have a vote first and then a picture. So,
It's private. I wrote it private.
okay. I thought about it. Somehow it came into my mind. Jill, if you would like to call a vote, please, on this resolution, I'd appreciate it.
DJ Anderson,
Aye.
Jim Brokish,
Aye.
Nate Donovan,
Aye.
Kristen Draper,
Aye.
Rob Pedersen,
Aye.
Carolyn Reed,
Aye.
Jessica Zamora.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you very much, Jill. Great.